So thanks for coming back today. It's June 13th and we've got some news coming up from Canon, Nikon, Sony, Google, and Adobe. All coming up right now. So for those of you that are currently anticipating and waiting to look at buying either the new Canon R5 or R6 models that are hopefully to be announced soon, July 2nd through 6th-ish, supposedly, hopefully, fingers crossed. So it looks like there have been some SKUs and kit information released. So for those of you that are looking, especially at buying this camera with a kit lens, if you're looking at just the body, that's completely different. So it looks like there's going to be a different lens for each of those cameras, which is to be expected. The R5 looks like it will be kitted with the 24-105 F4 IS USM lens, and the R6 will be kitted with the 24-105 F4-7.1 IS STM lens. Now, depending on your needs and what you're wanting, this can be good packages or bad packages. What are your thoughts down below? For me, I have a 24-105 F4 lens, but it's the original. Maybe the 24-105 STM would be nice. The bonus of the STM lenses, for those of us that shoot video, especially on a budget, a little bit more so, is that they are really quiet. And I do know that my old 24-105 F4 definitely makes a bit of noise, both with the IS motor and a little bit with the focus. Not a lot with the focus, but definitely the IS motor, you can hear it going. So this could be good for those of us that are looking at it for video. Comments, you guys, let me know. Now, the other thing that we saw on Canon Rumors was a little bit of a roadmap, I guess they said, as to some of the upcoming RF lenses. So this could be beneficial for those of us that already have one of the Canon Rs or RPs, or are looking at one of the new RF based cameras from Canon coming out. These three lenses that they talk about, the Canon RF 18-45, the Canon 24mm, and the Canon RF 100-400. Now, it doesn't look like any of these currently are L series, but it is nice to see Canon releasing some RF lenses that are a little more budget friendly, that still go after a lot of people that are interested in these cameras, especially with things like the Canon RP currently dropping in price so much. We're seeing more and more people looking at that camera as an option just for them to be able to get into full frame. And again, with the Canon R6 coming out, which we hope will be a little bit more budget friendly than the R5. So pairing that with some budget lenses, I say budget, but still good lenses, hopefully the glass is good, could be a really smart decision. Now, the rumor mill over at Nikon, as we looked at here on PocketLint.com, it looks like Nikon is set to release possibly 2 new mirrorless cameras this year, and both of these cameras are not going after their higher end or taxing on all these new and big features coming out, but on the other side, where they're actually coming in at the lower end of the chain, which can be good again, because we are seeing more and more people flaunting toward cameras like Canon's M50, and again with the RP's price drop just recently, going towards cameras like that. So Nikon looks like they're set to release, we don't have a firm date, doesn't look like it, the Nikon Z5 and the Nikon Z30. Both mirrorless. Z30 looks like it would be, again, coming up against possibly the M series of cameras from Canon, and the Z5 kind of creeping in underneath that Z6 that was out there right now. On the flip side, they are rumored to also have a Z9 possibly coming out in 2021, which would be on their high end. So if you're looking at Nikon's your brand, there could be a Z9 in your future. Who knows? We'll see. Options are out there. So for some of you, the camera that you own and use almost all the time is your smartphone. And nowadays, that's actually a pretty good option for a lot of us. Adobe this week released their new software, which was actually announced late last year, which is Adobe Photoshop Camera. And as you can see here on Adobe's website, this is available here on iOS, so Apple devices, as well as on the Google Play Store, so for those that are using Android. So for those of us with an active Adobe Cloud account It does allow you to log in, so my guess would be that by logging in some of the storage that you and I would have with our membership with the Adobe Cloud service would be available to this piece of software. If you do not have that, there is an in-app purchase for $1.99, I believe, that allows you access to some storage for the camera app. Android 11 public beta is released. So for those of you that have been eager to try the new Android operating system, now's your time. You can head over and download it, I guess. I don't have any Android devices that are able to put this on, so I don't know. So it does say that the public beta currently is available for the Pixel 2, 3, 3A, and 4, and the XL versions of those phones. But be aware, this is beta software. So if you are looking at trying it out, please be aware that beta software does not always work as intended and is designed for testing purposes. I have an iPhone 7 that I use sometimes to test public beta versions of iOS. Definitely wouldn't put it on the phone that I depend on, but I leave that up to you. It is available, Android 11 public beta. So kind of cool for all you Android users. Last but definitely not least, for all you console gamers out there, and I do enjoy the odd console game every once in a while, Sony had a big PlayStation PS5 announcement. You guys can go on the YouTube and do a search for PS5 announcement, and you'll be able to watch a good long video in regards to a whole bunch of games coming out. And the important part, of course, is that they finally showed what the PS5 is going to look like. So we'll put an image kind of right here, PlayStation 5, along with some of its cool accessories. They've kind of gone into this V shape with white and black. So the console will be released in two versions, it looks like. A version with an optical drive and a digital only version. No prices and or dates were officially announced, so that's still up in the air, but they did say that this should be out for 2020. They have to make sure that they hit that Christmas launch. New PlayStation 5 and Xbox this year. So which one are you looking at? I've been an Xbox user for a long time, so I don't know. We'll see, I guess. All right, my friends, I'm gonna leave you guys there. That's this week's news. With the world slowly coming back, at least here where we are, more and more of my external work is opening up. Just so you guys know, there may be a little less of these videos put out. I've been really happy to be able to put out videos at least once and sometimes 2 times a day for you guys for the past 2 to 3 months. But now with time becoming a little less available, we'll see if I can keep up that pace. Other than that, that's it for today. We will definitely see you guys tomorrow. Like, comment on all the different things. You know, are you gonna get a console? Which one? Are you doing the public beta? Always cool to hear your thoughts on any of it. All right, my friends, we will see you guys in the next video. Later.